Hi, my name is Kristen Patterson, and the three positive things that I've learned while taking this class, University Success, is what my weaknesses and strengths are um, when it comes to being in college classes, and how I spawn to certain areas by taking the SMART measure and Lassie tests. Those are really helpful. Um, Also, the different styles of teaching I learned better from, and how I can improve in the others, but those were really great tools that I've learned in this class. The second thing is the different levels of the Bloom's taxonomy. That was a very useful guide, the pyramid, when it came to critical thinking, um, as far as assessing different situations. Um, yeah, I totally was. That was so me when I read the how I use my heart, not my mind, to make crucial decisions, most often to also where I work. So that was a really good, helpful guide, and I'll continue to use it. Um, Probably forever. So it was really, really, really neat to learn. Um, and also something else I've learned is the APA writing. I haven't wrote in APA style since I started college, which was when I first started college after high school, over 20 years ago. Um, so it was a good refresher for me um, to learn it again and get familiar with it, so I can apply that to my college writing classes, um, and use the citing and the references in the correct way that they should be listed. So that was really good. And actually, lastly, there was one other thing I wanted to mention. Um, the library, the online library. At first, I didn't know how to use it or where to go to look for information, for like online books, articles, magazines. So that was really useful, very useful for me. So I know just from taking this class, I've gained a lot, and some good strategies I can use going forward. This is actually only my third class at Fresno Pacific University after going to after being out of college for 20 years. So it's all kind of still new, and it's a whole. I feel like I'm relearning again, so which is great. So that brings me to the one way I plan to grow, or one of the ways I plan on growing is by reducing the stress in my life, which is part of me learning to let go and remembering that I can't control everything, which is very hard for me because if it's not going the way I want it to, I tend to freak out. So, um, and I've already started just from this class. I've started to implement um, this by asking for help from my kids, like with dinner, housework, stuff like that that needs to get done around the house that I can't be. I know I'm not like super mom, can't do everything. And this is something I'll keep implementing as long as as long as I can, and as long as I'm busy and in school. So that's like probably the major one is reducing the stress. Another one is time management, just categorizing and prioritizing activities like daily in my life. I try to like cram everything into one day and get it all done, because I'm so busy and my time is very, very short. It's like that saying, "There's not enough time in the day." So that's like me every day. Um, so So doing this by categorizing and trying to figure out what takes priority and what doesn't have to be done, that sort of thing. That'll help me stay on track and stay motivated as I go through the college courses. Also, thinking ahead is also a great strategy, and visualizing myself where I want to be in the next year also helps. I actually honestly have some sticky notes around the house for motivation as I go through college, because it is hard. It's especially when you haven't been in school, like I said earlier, the last 20 years. So it is just something else added to my plate that I have to figure out how to maneuver and get through the easiest possible way. So time management is also another big one. And when I started at Fresno Pacific University, I started using these strategies, putting things into priorities, using like the Google Calendar. That was also helpful. I have done that. I do that at work. We use the Google Calendar. Everything is scheduled on it, so I was familiar with it. And yes, making time for my coffee is very important. That is like my time. And that's very important, I think, for everybody to have something like that, so you don't, again, stress yourself out. So you need that little bit of downtime, even if it is for 30 minutes a day. Or an hour a day. So I think that's what keeps us grounded. And then lastly, learning to better prepare for tests. That's another goal of mine. So I need to implement just every time good study habits, and find interesting and creative ways to understand the material. Just so that I always struggle with testing. I don't know or exactly understand why. Even when I feel like I know the material, and maybe it's just sometimes not enough. So that could be it. By taking this class here, I've gained the tools to help me achieve this, and I've started using them, and I will continue as I go through college. So there were other numerous ones that I learned for better test taking. It's just I just didn't name them all. But definitely, the study habits and the material, finding ways, especially doing online classes, because for me, it's twice as hard, because if there's something I don't understand, I have to go and figure it out and see what I can find, to make it interesting. So I do learn it when it comes down to test time. So that is, those are my goals. So reducing stress, time management, and being better prepared for test taking, because that is where I struggle. If I get off like my time management, then I can fall behind. So I see where the weaknesses all fall together with all three. And also the public speaking strategy that I've been using while presenting this final video. This is my first video. I've never done a video, so it's been a little interesting. I can feel myself saying a lot. It has been a while since I had to, I guess, speak to others, as far as a like group, or to somebody I really don't know. But while doing this video, so my public speaking strategy is just remembering to focus on the positive, thinking of you as my friend, which is very helpful, taking deep breaths and just try to relax as I present the video. So hopefully I did good, and thanks for listening. And again, I really enjoyed being in your class, in this class, University Success. I was definitely able to learn more about myself, all while gaining useful skills to apply at Fresno Pacific University. So these will definitely help me, get to where I want to be, which is graduating. So thank you, take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.